Okay, we're back. Now, I wanted to go over this letter. We just beat Janusha's ass, for those of you that skipped the video. But we opened up this treasure box, which took forever, and we finally got it. Old Technic League letter, which we read it in its entirety. Now, this thing basically is talking about cybernetics, cyberware, robots, basically shit that's not supposed to be in a mythical, dragon and magic setting. However, Pathfinder also has, just like D&D, plenty of other realms and dimensions and whatnot where cybernetics are a thing. Space travel is a thing. So this could be interesting in that, not that it's in this game, but it may come out in a future game. And again, we know that Wrath of the Righteous is coming out. That's part 2. Well, not part 2. The second Pathfinder game that these devs are making. It would be awesome if they added this to that game. I would love to have guns, lasers, and everything else. And there's a couple things in this game where we actually get equivalent stuff that's clearly lasers and robotics and shit. A fine example is this little doodad here. Gear's rule. Well, this was the other thing that was in the box. Holding the form of a mechanical scorpion, this object is really a cluster of autonomous nanites, extracts of the soul and abilities of the android Gears, combined with portions of his familiar. When placed on a character's wrist, this item merges with the character flesh, appearing as a faintly glowing tattoo and granting several abilities to its owner. Now read this shit. The nanites inside the item provide the wearer with multiple abilities. Formula. Owner gets a +1 bonus to all attack rolls with bombs. Who does that sound like already? Yeah, that's a Jubilas thing. This bonus increases to +2 at level 12, obviously the level of the character. That's awesome. Hope. Owner gains a +2 bonus to saving throws against mind-affecting spells, death spells, paralysis, disease, stuns, and poison effects, and resists fatigue for 8 hours longer past the usual limit. At level 20 character, the owner becomes immune to fatigue and exhaustion. So we just got another piece of gear that at level 20 at least, Juby or someone like him, like if you made a Bombardier, again, a fantastic subclass, if you will, of the Alchemist, you could be immune to fatigue and exhaustion. Now, yes, it's only at level 20, but we can get to level 20 in this game. That's baller. Keep going. Catalyst. Owner's bombs. So again, you would want this on a character that casts bombs. Owner's bombs deal additional dice of damage as if they were an alchemist 2 levels higher. The owner's save DCs are increased by 1. So 2 levels higher, by the way, is just another 1d6. So just don't get all excited about that. But it's still 1d6 extra of damage. And another +1 to the DC of all their bombs. So remember this, the bombs are reflex dodged out of the way, right? This is a harder check then, and therefore more likely to do full damage to your main target, and of course the splash damage around. Focusing Surge. Now this gets freaky. Once per day as a free action, the owner can act, and a free action, mind you, not a swift action or anything, just a free action. You just turn it on and poof, there you go. The owner can activate the nanites inside the item for 5 rounds, granting the following things. Fast healing 5. So for 5 rounds, you're going to heal 5 every round, so up to a maximum of 25 health, replenish back to your character. As well as immunity to poison, death effects, paralysis, stun, disease, and the effects of targeted bomb and mixture extract. What does that mean? That's the spell that Jubilas can cast on himself, which means his main target, there's no splash damage, but he does more damage to the main target. Okay, so this is basically giving him that free spell for 5 rounds. At level 16, the duration of Focusing Surge increases to 10 rounds. So again, by the end of this build, his build is going to be baller just from wearing this. And this is a wrist item, if I'm not mistaken. So this is like bracers of armor class +8, blah, blah. Well, he can wear armor. So here you go, baby. Slap this shit on Jubilas, and he's going to be awesome. This was really nice find. I forgot that this was here. That's a look. I mean, look at that shit. That's 20 grand worth of gear right there. And again, if I were the jerk that, well, screw Jubilas and we're not using it, we're just going to sell it, I could totally do that, but I'm not gonna. It is just that good of a gear. Now let's loot the place proper before we bounce out of here. This, by the way, was that back room that we never went to.
I shall end.
And as you can see, we still got jerks to deal with. Die, loser. Christian. You paralyze this idiot because he looks stupid. Oh, he did. Oh, he did. He so did. You was paralyzed. Now, for those of you that don't know, paralyzed targets are helpless targets. What does that mean? It means they have a dexterity effectively of 0. It doesn't kill them, because again, a dex of 0 would normally kill them, but just effectively of 0. They can't dodge, is the point. So they're not only flat-footed, but then you take with their dex that should normally be a base dex of 10, their dex is 0. That means a -5 to their armor because they can't dodge. Now watch this. Let's just hit them with, let's just use this. We never use her telekinetic punch. Does sneak attack damage if you're lucky enough because it is a touch attack. Flat-footed 10 base, like I said, but again, he's not only flat-footed, but he also has a negative bonus to his dex because he's helpless. -5. So he really has a crappy armor. So easy to hit this dude. And because he's helpless, see this coup de grace? If I was standing next to him, I could coup de grace him. Sadly, coup de grace takes a full round for you to activate that shit. See that casting time full round? So what I could do, let's see if I can demonstrate it to you. I'm going to come over here. I'm not going to attack. I'm close enough that I can coup de grace him, but I can't do it right now. See this? Nope, won't let you. I'm going to cancel everyone else's turn. Ah, damn it, he broke free. I was hoping that he wouldn't. He could always make a check every round, so he managed to get out of it. So now I can't coup de grace him. See the X? You jerk. Screw you, I'm going to take your health.
My masterpiece.
59. Hey, I'll take that. Anyway, that would be how you'd set up coup de grace. You'd have to literally be standing by the jackass. Now, obviously, it would be better. Anything else in here? Obviously, it would be better.
I was successful.
Hell yeah, there is. Oh, hell yeah, there is. Chocolate ice cream? Oh my, that's Lindsay's favorite, I bet you. And a nice +2 scimitar for Reg. If you hadn't found one by now, you have a good one. Nice. Taking all that shit. Alright, so we've looted all these things. We'll loot more. I'm going to drop this for a second just to prove to ourselves that we're looting it. Because remember, if it's sitting right there, then I'll have to pick it up. So, click this. Collect all. We're overweight, but first we want to check the map, make sure we didn't miss something. Like a chest that we didn't open just because. You can see I can scribe Horrid Wilting. Level 8 spell. But that's... No, I can't. It's gone now. Let's go by name. Scroll of blah blah. I can scribe. There we go. Chain Lightning. Now, I'll take it because it's a good spell for me. She can also scribe Horrid Wilting. Notice it's a level 8 spell. I'll never get to level 8, and weirdly, she'll never get to level 8. So why are they giving her the option? Nothing I can do about that. However, guess who can cast it? She will get to level 8. She's a wizard. She's not an Eldritch Scoundrel. She's not a Magus. We only get casting levels up to level 6. So this is definitely something that she can scribe, and she will be able to use eventually. And she also has a protection spell that she never had. So baller. Now those protection spells are, what do you call them? Abjuration spells, and she's not good at abjuration spells. I should warn you about that. I am wanting to ditch gear because we are overweight. Not a ton, but enough that it's a problem. I could camp. That's 90 pounds right there. If we just use rations and don't hunt at all, I'll use up 60 pounds. That'll take us under. And matter of fact, we are tired. Matter of fact, let's do that. We're going to use it, and we're just going to camp right the goddamn in here. Oh, come here. Oh, I can't rest here. I'll say, what the hell? We can rest on the open map. That's all that matters. Point is, we can rest, and we'll do so. So, we get back, we give that little what you duty to Jubilost. He's going to be awesome. And by the time he gets to 12, 16, and 20, he gets steady upgrades from that damn wristband thing. And that's his wristband for life, as far as I'm concerned. Nothing's ever coming off his wrist. That stays there. We wanted to rest, manage. I don't want to use rations because I want to burn them up. Reg can 16, 18. She can do that better. He can do 16. She can do 26. She's better at that. Reg, I wanted to help her or him with his watch. Sounds good to me. And we will burn up all those rations. And again, we got even more stuff. I can even start grilling some things. What we got here? Plus 10 movement speed for the day. That'll allow us to move, I think, on the overland map faster. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm okay with trying it out, and we're clearly going to make the check. Boom. Uses up our rations. Pass all other stuff. Bonus for the team. I'm going to quick save that. Know that we're also not only not fatigued, we're okay as far as underweight. Not as much as I would have liked, but definitely on the positive side. We're medium, which again is in 13.3 hours we'll become fatigued. Now, of course, we're not going to be able to get back to base in 13 hours. It's going to be a problem. But I maintain that that bonus there actually does work for our movement. I think it does make us zippier. Poop, now it's gone. Cross your fingers. Say I don't want to mess this up.
I need to catch my breath.
And right about 13 hours, everybody failed their check. But again, I give that little bracelet to Jubilost. He's less likely to have that problem. And again, it extends it by 8 hours, so it helps him. Everyone's tired except for me and her. Because again, we're undead. Well, she's undead and I've got the cool necklace. But we're dropping off loot. That'll lighten the load. We got all that gear that we got to sell. Make sure, of course, to give the stuff to Juby so you don't sell the wrong thing, but I'm not worried about that. I mean, it's a magic item, so it doesn't, when I auto-populate the cell, it's not going to populate it, or shouldn't. I'll check it, but it should be pretty damn obvious. We got lots of rings to sell, we got some armor to sell, we got all kinds of stuff that's worth bouncing out of our list. Thank God they don't consider you overweight when you're walking through your kingdom, otherwise this would be annoying. It used to be that way, by the way. Straight up sucked when you like crawled all the way to your guy to sell off your stuff. Bounce that. Yeah, we got the necklace still there, or the bracelet still there. Nothing in here that looks bad. Remember, we got a unicorn horn still to find. So we're making sure we're not selling off something like that. They have these rings. I don't want them. Don't want that natural armor thing. We are heavy price stuff is above. No one needs that garbage. Anything down here? No, just bounce that shit out the door. What else we got? We got, no. The daggers, here we go, falchions. And these daggers are just straight up daggers. Remember, we're keeping the one dagger, the cold iron dagger. Don't need a great sword +1. Don't need a bastard sword +1. Keeping that. Need the agile rapier anymore, or the scimitar +2, and honestly we're probably never going to use that monastic combo, which is a shame because it's a good weapon, but hey man, that thing is worth 9 grand and change. I need monies, so you know it's going to be a thing. From there, quick check here, make sure there's not some freaky deaky weapon that I wanted to sell, or some armor. Nope. Okay, nothing needs to be bought here. Well, no, I take that back. We have burnt up a bunch of our, what you call them, camping supplies. At least 6. So we have a full day's worth of rest. Save that. Let's check the characters. We got a lot of XP there. I'm thinking someone leveled up. There's one. Just one? Really? Wow. But we'll take it. Ekin. Level 11 Ranger, he gets a quarry. It's a standard action. Denote one target within his line of sight as his quarry. He receives a +2 insight bonus on attack rolls made against his quarry. It's a standard action. Okay, and all critical threats are automatically confirmed. Oh, hell yeah. Character can have no more than one quarry at a time. So basically it allows him to just point at that guy and say, you're my bitch, which is going to be sweet. But that wastes his entire turn because that's a standard action. Well, he can move, but he can't shoot, I don't think. We'll see. I haven't really used it with the turn-based mod, so I don't know that for a fact. We'll find out. And of course, feat. Now remember, he has these wonderful combat-style feats, these archer stuff that comes along. So deadly aim could be something that we grab up in here. Now, if you want it sooner, hey man, grab that thing. Clustered shots is another option though. And I like this one because this one, again, if he just takes the time to aim at one dude, he just a full attack combat round into one guy. If he has damage reduction, this ignores, well, not ignores it, sorry. Instead of each arrow having the damage reduction applied, now he lumps all the damage together. Let's say he has a damage reduction 10, and each arrow hits for 11, 11, 11. Well, that would only do 1 point of damage normally. Each hit, 1, 1, 1. See how frustrating that is? If he does clustered shots, it would take the 11, the 11, and the 11, add them all together, that'd be 33, then subtract the 10. So it'd be 23 that goes through. So you see how useful this is? So basically it's kind of like ignoring damage reduction. Not really, but close enough that I'm good with it. And I think that's a solid choice for him. Just making sure there's not something weird out here that I might want instead. Toughness. I can give him a spell vulnerability. And the reason this is important because it gives you 2 feats. So let's make him sensitive to... He's kind of an electric guy, right? So what's the electric one? Illusion. What's the opposite of illusion? I don't know. Conjuration? I guess. He'd probably hate conjurers. I could get with that. The reason for this is because it gives you 2 feats. This is something that I can do with my mod that you can't without the mod. So I'm going to grab that clustered shots, and then I'm going to grab something else. I'm cool with grabbing improved initiative. Give him a chance to make sure that he's more likely to shoot off a round before they do. And he's less likely to be flat-footed. I'm cool with that. Alright. That doesn't seem to be... Oh, and I did want to check his spell book. Yeah, okay. I'll take another... Well, let's get the greater long stride going. That allows him to move fast for many, many hours. You never get a chance to use stuff like that. So that's cool. Quick F5, journal. Anything I needed to do, like talk with Reg and Octavia maybe? Still need that unicorn's horn. Still not the 6th of the month, so we still have time for our curse. We got like 2 days. I may spend the time, honestly, to go bounce with a new team over to get that unicorn horn from the Swamp Witch's area. It says it's there. I didn't see it. Now maybe the Swamp Witch has it for sale. Maybe after we leave the Swamp Witch's area. Remember how we had that one quest where it said go to the Swamp Witch's area to find the skinners, the guys that were killing the lizard folk and skinning them. And we couldn't find them. We couldn't find them. We searched the whole goddamn map like twice. Couldn't find them. And then we left the Swamp Witch's area, and then suddenly we found them on the open road. Maybe it's the same thing, where you go to the Swamp Witch's area, we'll check for it. If we don't see it, we'll bounce back to base, and then go from there. But, quick check here, make sure there's not something going on. 5 days before that dings, and again, 2 more days or so before the curse shows up. We have the, remember, 14-day reminder. I want to make sure to give that thing to Jubilost. He doesn't have anything there. He does now. And again, when you have that thing, it's going to be in your abilities tab where you can activate it. Remember, he has the ability to, for 5 rounds, activate it and give himself a buff. It's a solid upgrade for him. Anything else we got for upgrades for people? I don't think so. We do have the chocolate ice cream. And like I said, I know Lindsay loves that one. I think that's one of her favorites. Remember, everyone has a favorite recipe, at least one, and it gives them a super secret buff. I forget what hers is. Probably it's extra bard performance per day, I'm guessing. It makes sense anyway. But we're good here. And I don't want to rest, like I said. I want to go check that unicorn horn out. Let's go bounce out of here. We're going to go with a different party. Mostly different party. Leave. I don't want to take people that are tired. We want to take Jubilost for sure. Let's take Harem. And we'll take Lindsay. Cool. Take them with us. Accept. And we're going to head over to... Well, first, actually, here's a good point. So now we can teleport, remember? So, do we see how far it is to get to Swamp Witch's hut. It'll take us 1 day, 6 hours. Or we can just teleport to here, to the Gnarl Keep. And now it's hop, skip, and a jump, baby. Alright. Now, find me a unicorn horn. Hope we don't have to kill a unicorn, man. That's gonna bum me out. That was a very profitable mission, though. That was an amazingly profitable mission for Octavia and Reg and the whole damn team. We found really nice loot at that dude's place. We're checking out the map just to see if there's anything on the map. It doesn't appear to be. That doesn't mean there's not.
I'm there.
So we do want to do a quick once over. Matter of fact, we can do better than just a quick once over. What we're going to do is this. Lump everybody together. I'm going to cast haste on them.
It's time to
And I'm going
act.
to cast it on them where we do an extended meta magic on it. Because it allows us to go super zippy. Quick save.
In due
Alright,
time.
super zippy team. Super zippy this way. The satyr plays the reed pipe and the dryad laughing accompanies him by clapping her hands. As they see you, they wave. Welcome back. Holy kittens, look, it's Faye, real Faye. Hello there. Lindsay waves her hand to the couple. I was kind of hoping that they would say something more. Must be because Lindsay was never here.
Follow if you
Okay.
dare.
Athletics check. Hop on over.
That was easy.
Anything up here? I don't think so. Again, I got a feeling it's going to be one of those where we're going to look through this whole damn place, find nothing. And if the witch doesn't have it for sale, then it's more likely than not that it was come to this area so we could leave the area, and then we'll find the damn unicorn horn somewhere later. Come on, dudes. Anything?
I do
That was
what
a
I
lot
must.
of nothing.
I'm off.
Oh no. Not the poison. Alright. I'm going to be convinced that it's either the witch or just somewhere else after we leave this area. So, witch, you got a unicorn's horn? I don't know what kind of item it would be. I'm guessing it'd be one of these three, though. And I do not see it. So it's not a weapon. It's not going to be shield or armor. It's not a belt, ring, or any other kind of accessory. It's not one of these scrolls or potions. I will take those three and flick. I need them for my... Matter of fact, we'll take all of them. We need them for Jubilos to make sure he can heal us better than ever. I'd honestly expect it here or here. So she doesn't have it. So we're leaving this area. And we'll actually walk back to base. Because if you teleport, you're not going to get it, right? It's going to be one of those things where it's like, well, we tried. No. So we're going to have to physically walk back to base. But that's okay. Teleporting here saved us time enough that we can walk back and not feel bad about it. So, we'll save that mess. Oh, does not look like I'm missing anything else. I just want to check, make sure there's not like some other red flag somewhere. Don't see one, don't see one. Still have yet to have them invite us over. Probably will be right after this curse flies off us, I'm betting. After we kick the curse's ass, I should say. Alright, so we're just going to head straight to Dorrajville. Save, of course, make sure we don't have to do this again. Hopefully we get jumped on the way back and it's going to be a, oh, here's the unicorn horn. Nothing, huh?
Resting
tried.
would be nice, don't you think?
I know you're tired, kid. Enter here. Go to the throne room. It's going to be one of those where you have to rest and get ready, prepared, or whatever for our fight at the Bald Hilltop. So before I rest, I want to show it to you. Press J for journal. Look for your curse. When does it expire? Curse 3. 15 days, 7 hours. So literally on the 14th day, it'll say, "Oh my God, we got to do this shit." But there's a trick to that as well. So we rest. Now it should be the 14th day. Here we go. Ancient Curse Part 3. Get to the Bald Hilltop. Don't do that. Go here. Talk to Betchawana Land. And you'll notice that we have some curse-related fuck-uppery that can only be solved in 1 day. This is my point. You want to catch that thing. The Legendary Scourge. See that? I can give it to Tristan. He does it in a day. He needs some help doing it. Matter of fact, let's actually prove this guy can't do it. He can do it in 80. Okay, so that's a little weird. Look at this. 55. Oh, sorry, 31 for Tristan. 10 and a 10. Storyteller's got the green swatch. He gets a 55 on this. Now we could scum it, and we're definitely gonna. So I'm not gonna use a coin to make it 80. That's just silly. But he's doing well. Legendary Scourge. The Bald Hilltop has awakened again, and this time the locals are being assaulted by, not by common beasts, but by legendary magical monsters. Wyverns, owlbears, manticores, in a fit of fury, are ravaging the barony, led by a small number of particularly large and vicious beasts. Perhaps the invasion can be ended if their leaders are slain, which is not true, but this part can. So, we put him on it. Oops. Put him on it. Save it. Skip a day. Past it. Ancient Curse Part 3, you issue an urgent decree, blah, 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 blah. This was, again, important for you to do. I don't know that not doing it is a problem if you go right to the Bald Hilltop and crush it. But we missed then out on the loyalty of the divine and the culture. You see what I'm saying? Again, I could have assigned him and then walked over to Bald Hilltop. But again, if he doesn't do it, if he doesn't finish it before we crush the Bald Hilltop, this may disappear. I don't know that for a fact. I just feel that it's a fact. So make him do it. It's only wasting a day. And now we're going to go to the Bald Hilltop and kick its ass. Okay, so now, quick save. Go to the Bald Hilltop with your team or solo, however you want to do it. And straight up just beat the shit out of it. It should be easy with a good team. We are rested, as you can see. We're taking... we'll take new people. But we'll definitely take Jubilost. I like Tristan and I like Ekin. They're solid damage. These guys are doing great. Don't get yourself. We've got an awesome team here. Anyone would make the cut. And Lindsay makes a lot of these fights, by the way, extremely in fact, you know, we never take her out. She's amazing for making things extremely trivial. The buffs to everybody, the crowd control that she can slap down. She's pretty baller. Not that Ekin wouldn't be amazing. In fact, he's even better than ever now. But it's nice to diversify a little bit. Show that you can do any kind of fight with any kind of competent team. So, Bald Hilltop, 3-hour travel. Poof, we're there. I always like to save before I go in, just in case something bugs out on us. Get in. And again, you want to try to buff up before you walk any real distance in this map. We're starting in the bottom left corner. It's always the same. Bottom left corner, up in the middle. That's where it's going to be at. So, definitely at least get yourself the delay poison buff on your team. If no other thing, this will save your ass 9 times out of 10. Kicking off a bless.
I'm always ready.
Give myself some protection. Take some blur. I'll take strength. I'll give some strength to her. I don't know if she needs it necessarily. What the hell? Myself some image. I'll cast haste in a moment. It'll be like the last thing I cast. She can do Shield of Faith for the both of us. In fact, let's actually do it for all 3. She tends to get up in it sometimes too. She can do Shield, Blur for herself. Jubilost, get one of those mutagens down your belly. Everything else is basically for him. Doing the movement, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to see communal for everybody. I don't know that there's going to be damage, so I'm just going to say assume that acid could be a problem without knowing anything more than that. The velocity is going to be like, again, buff though like crazy. He's got so many buffs on him right now, it's ridiculous. And again, I want to show you the power surge. Remember, that's the focusing surge. That's from his wristband, this little scorpion wristband tattoo we just gave him. Just awesome, in my opinion. They gave him a freaking tattoo. Now, Death Ward might be important. If it's important, I probably want it on my main two guys.
Adventures Continent.
Lindsay can do a Good Hope for everybody. Solid buff for everyone. Buff us up already, so we're ready to rock and roll. Reactivate that. I want to make sure my weapon is buffed for a decent amount of time. We don't know how long this fight's going to be. And the only thing from there then would really be to haste everybody. Doubling the duration with my metamatic rod. Now at this point I say we're probably buffed almost as high as I can get it. There's probably a couple of things I can slap on. Within reason, I think we're fine. And apparently I was wrong. Alright, Eliza. I could have whipped out pets ahead of time. That was not smart. Eliza, why don't you summon these ones? Get over here. Flank that venomous manticore. That'll work. And as you can see, it looks like these guys have some sort of built-in protection. Possible that all they have, there's a 50% chance to miss on one of these guys. Probably this dude right here. But it's possible that they have haste on. That's what it looks like the swirls are. Dora, since you're all up in it, how about we have a nice controlled fireball just right here. Won't hurt anyone on the team. Solid damage across the board.
This will hurt.
Juby, he's ready for bombing, isn't he?
A clever ploy.
Oh, there's a dead guy.
Primitives.
Proto, you need to sidestep out of this mess. Sneak attack this one. Oof, more disappeared. That's okay. Tristan, that by doing this. You guys like Skeletors, don't you? Again, I could just as easily cast a stinking cloud in the center of this mess. My team's all immune except for the pets. Skeletons would be immune. And we could literally have these guys choking on their people for like days. So again, on you on how you want to handle it. Lindsay, you step away from this mess as well and take a serious look at what we can do. So we got a yellow Duwolmer Wyvern and a Venom Manticore that's wounded. Okay, auto hit this fool. Oh wow, spell resistance. Okay, 18. Yeah. That's a bad roll, but whatever. Eliza's turn. You know what's not resisted? Her little bombs. Take that, jackass.
We shall overcome.
Peppers. We're gonna help her out. These guys will just stay here and finish that off. There's definitely something here by the... There it is. I'll say there's definitely something here by the doorway. I'm gonna move up here. And I have this cool acid spit. Acid spray, excuse me. 55 damage, and then again, failed his reflex save, so it's gonna hit him for half damage after that. So 27 probably in the next round. Jubilost, you can come up here. Can you reach him with your bombs? You cannot. So we shut that off and he goes back to his crossbow.
Will they ever learn?
There's one shot at him, but at least he did damage. Oh no, the Skeletors are dying. Whatever shall I do? Yeah, screw you, man. Alright. I have Leviathan's Gift, ready for a nice maximize spell. How about we just set this thing on fire? Oh, that was some sexy damage right there. Remember, that's full damage and then sneak attack damage. We got a yellow duty woman. Blah, blah. Oh, some purple bears showed up. Cool, cool. Tristan. Do a 5-foot stutter step. Move this way. And I want you to hit... sadly, I'd be within range. No, still in range. Oh, no, we're not. Do that. Oh, wow. 19 and 22. Okay. Starting to get that SR up there. Spell resistance is really starting to stack. It's okay. This is how we capitalize on weapons as well as spells that have no spell resistance, like Snowball. Lindsay Love. 5-foot stutter step this way. And I want you just to straight up shoot that dude woman. Boom. Bam. That's at 24. Liza. Turn, kiddo. Why don't you charge that? Oh, that was nice. And you scared him. That's good news for me. As long as I'm standing close enough for him to swing multiple times, I can swing like he's flat-footed. And I think I can. So let's just do this.
You should have run!
Boom. Bam. Oh, and there she is. I didn't even see you come in, Moray. 34 and 45. Doing work. Juby. Bomb time.
A fine use of my talents.
Leave him to the last. She needs to die. Just hit her. Go again, bud. Oh, looks like someone failed to check. Or died. Died. Proto. 5-foot stutter step this way. And since spell resistance has been a problem, if you can hit him with a snowball. Oh,
Run them through.
it was like the tiniest sliver of daylight between her and that ability. That straight up sucks, dude.
Repent!
That was a good shot though, Tristan. And now the Skeletors come in to finish off. This is the last guy. There's no reason in the world for me to believe. Oh, sorry, second to last. No, that's our guy. Yeah, the last guy. There's no reason in the world for me to believe that we're not going to win this fight.
You deserved it.
Lindsay's just tearing him up. You need to get her a better crossbow. Eliza.
Attack! Take that!
Good work. Puppers. He's ass. Dora. Be a jerk and just use a slow spell on him. Oh, you straight up stink. But notice I overcome his spell resistance because I have a caster level 15. I just needed a 7 or greater. So that's not bad. But he didn't make his check. Which is not good. Wow, he's got a decent will. He really does. Maybe it's because he's one of those Fae, and they're all built
A
for
clever
protection.
ploy.
He's getting sneak attacks in this game. You seeing this? So for those of you that don't know, I gave him a sneak attack ability. Where's the damage? 1d6 plus 1. It is a trait. Wait for the report. Freaking awesome. Of course, we want to loot the bodies. But there's a trait for Jubilost that anyone can get under additional traits. When you level up with this mod, you can give traits to your characters, and if you don't get it at level 1, you can only get 3 of them. If you get it at level 1, you can get a total of 6. Level up, by the way. Just check to make sure I grabbed everything. Yes. Now, the trait in particular is called Blade of the Society. Can't remember if it's, I think it might be a combat trait, but I can't remember off the top of my head. There's several categories of traits, and you can only get 1 trait from each category. So if it's the combat trait, like I think it is, then that's the one you want. If it says Blade of the Society, it'll tell you. It gives you sneak attack damage, even though you don't, your class doesn't necessarily have to have the ability to do sneak attack damage. So anyone can do sneak attack now. It's only 1d6, and it doesn't count towards your sneak attack die for things like Accomplished Sneak Attacker which is a special feat that anyone can get if they have sneak attack dies. Just one is enough to get you another die. But again, that trait will not give that to you, which is a major drag, quite frankly. But total worth to still get it. And any sneak attack die you do does an extra point of damage. So you saw he does 1d6 plus 1. I got that same trait on my rogue, my Elder Scoundrel, and she can do like 5d6 plus 5 or 6d6 plus 6 sneak attack damage. And I can give her more sneak attack by giving her a spell called Sense Vitals. That's another one that can scale you up for sneak attack damage short term. If that works on that one, I could get her another 5d6 potential added to that. So that could be like, let's say 11d6 plus 11 damage per sneak attack. And that could be from a cantrip. Just shooting him in the face for acid damage and doing 1d3 of acid damage plus 11d6 plus 11 acid damage. And that's funny to me. So again, really, really OP to have some of those traits. Highly recommend it. You don't have to, but I do highly recommend it. I want to check the journal, make sure there's not something else that I'll be looking at here. Simple favor. Still need to find that unicorn. Waiting for Chemo to tell me more errands. I haven't checked those in a while. Those are all caught up. We still haven't had anything for the Sweet Teas. I'm going to go talk to them real quick just to make sure there's not something that we stumbled upon. The sad part on that is it doesn't tell you. I haven't found this guy yet. We should probably talk to the people in our capital too. Maybe there's something there about this guy. I hadn't thought of that. I assumed that I still needed to go to Varnhold. Let's go to the tavern first. Talk to anybody that's there just to make sure that, you know, like the named characters, just make sure there's not something going on with him. Like they know he's waiting in the bar for us to bring him any information on his brother, but we still don't have any. So that's this guy right here, Henvanki. He's waiting to hear about his borough, and I don't think the citizens are named characters, you know, for that reason. So Miri, we'll talk to her real quick. Warrior, what did you want your tribe dead? Isn't that clear? Tell me about yourself. What's it like? Blah blah blah. The mammoth. Where you leave your tribe? Very good fighter. That's exactly what I said. He's telling me. Talk about her weapon. Why the ghost quite a thief? The hell's I should know. It's a ghost. Who can tell what to talk about? It's because she doesn't know. The ghost knows she stole that weapon. She'll tell us later. You like her clothes? Can you help anymore? No, screw that. I just want to make sure that we've completed all the little checks on that. So what treats you have? Got anything worth a damn? Still got my 6. Okay, I'm good. Alright. Head back to the main square. And ponder. What are we going to do? What are we going to do, class? We have something. I need something. What do I need? I need to kill this guy is what I need. I need the damn unicorn horn. If I can't find it before we log off today, I'll have to log online or Google it and find out where the hell the damn thing's at so we don't miss that quest. I really want to get that artisan up. She makes some really good... I want all artisans up. I don't know why I'm saying it like she's special or something, but she's still definitely cool. And she's the one that I think gives us the all-purpose Grandmaster rod. That's what she needs the unicorn horn for. That one is just baller, as I've mentioned in a previous video. And oh, we got a ring. I never even bothered to look at the stuff we just picked up. Picture from Acid Communal. Alright, anything we can sell? Sure, you can have that garbage. Make sure I didn't do something stupid like sell the unicorn horn to this guy. Should go by name. Nope. Okay, just making sure. We need to level her up. We want to do that now. Let's see, where's my sheets? Proto Inquisitor. Okay, she is a level 11, so level 12 now. Don't look like I have anything special picked out for her, so we just have to hope for the best. See our crane riposte, yeah. Skill rank. More skills is always better. Again, she is at a penalty to some stuff. So remember, we have a level 12, 16, and 20, excuse me. 3 more points coming. So we got 1, 2, and 3. So I can finish this one here at this one, and then get 1 more in each of these now, later. Or, just say, fuck it, give her the extra hit points now, extra fortitude now, or I get more dex, more armor again. Either of these is armor. But still, more dex, more bonus to this stuff, which we don't care about, but more reflex save. I think I'd rather have the hit points on her. She's been taking a pounding, and if a sneaky crit gets through with her awesome defenses that she has, that's the only way it's going to get through. If they sneak it, a crit behind her defenses, suddenly she could be like walloped for like 60 to 80 points. So not having 100 hit points is not the worst idea ever. So we're going to do that. Next one will probably go into wisdom just to make sure it's high, and then the next one will be last one will be dexterity. Okay, get those up. And again, that's the only ones I really care about. So at this point, anything else is just fluff. So let's give her some use magic device again. Replace any spells. Now, pay attention. There's nothing in here that I don't value. See that? There's not one thing. Communal is always good. Communal, always good. Everything in here is a good one, even though we don't use them all the time, like Divine Favor. I keep forgetting to activate it, but we should be casting that spell before we go into a known fight. Even if it's for 1 minute, it's a solid buff. That's 10 combat rounds, probably 9, because you're going to cast it and then go into the fight, so you're going to miss out on like the last round of it. But that's still 9 rounds is more than we usually get. So I'm going to keep all the spells. Is this our first time at level 4? No. So level 1. Probably got 2 more spells total. This one and 1 more for this build. Maybe this is the last one though. So if this is the last one, treat it like it is. Which one of these would you must have? Bless is awesome, but we rapidly outpace it with all kinds of other stuff. We have a ring that can give it to us for a minute at a time, 3 times a day. That's 3 separate fights in a day where you're just buffed. I don't think we need it. Bane, on the other hand, is a solid penalty to the bad guys. -1 to their attack rolls, -1 to their saves against fear. And when we're trying to fear the hell out of these guys with our intimidation check, that may work on that. So that would be awesome. Cause fear, no. Doom might be useful, single target wise. It's a save or suck spell. Expeditious Retreat, she can move faster. Haze of Dreams, pass. Protection from alignment, pass. These spells are always amazing to me. Protection from alignment spells. Back in the day when we did pen and paper D&D, protection spells from alignment was amazing, because like if you wanted to protect yourself from the demon while you basically were interrogating the son of a bitch, everyone had either a protection from evil on it, or protection from chaotic on it, or a circle, a magic circle of protection from a specific alignment that you're all standing in, so he couldn't penetrate it. That's how you used to use these. But these are just, it's like a Shield of Faith but watered down. It gives you some resistance to the saves against that specific alignment only. But again, once you get a Cloak of Resistance +2 or better, you again defeat the purpose of this spell. So it's one of those where it's like, nah. I mean, you could cast it, I suppose, on a pet. So again, on this list so far, it's looking like Bane, Expeditious Retreat, Remove Fear could be a good choice. True Strike could be a good choice. Guaranteed that she swings and hits on the next combat round just to set something up. Sometimes that's all you need. 1 hit does penetrate. Honestly, I want Remove Fear. I'd rather know that I have it and notice that the people on the team that have it aren't people that are always with us. Tristan and Harem, maybe, but they don't necessarily slot that spell. Jaethal, again, maybe, but again, we don't always bring her. Lindsay, she has it, but again, maybe she'll use it, maybe she won't be on the team. So I like having it on a teammate that's going to always be here. Level 4 now. Death Ward, Divine Power were staples. Stone Skin is a solid choice. Restoration is a solid choice. Healing spells, cure crit / inflict crit. Remember, she is our healer. It's just the three of us. Dismissal's a solid choice. We got a lot of good choices here. Greater Invis, Old Monster. There's just no real wrong answer here. Well, maybe Force Repentance. Yeah, maybe that one. Hold Monster, though, could be fun. I still maintain, though, that Restoration is a solid spell pick for this reason. Yes, it uses Diamond Dust, but you're going to get these nasty effects. Again, like Lesser Restoration, except temporary negative levels or one permanent negative level. Lesser Restoration doesn't handle that shit. This does. Poof. And yes, it's going to cost Diamond Dust, but you know what? Diamond Dust is cheap. So that's a solid upgrade. And we get the Stalwart. Oh, this is tits. Okay, so remember how I said rogues were awesome because they have evasion and improved evasion, where basically they take half damage from their reflex saves or no damage from their reflex saves. This is the same equivalent thing except for fortitude or will saves. An attack that has a half damage on a successful save, she instead avoids the damage entirely, but it has to be a fortitude or will check. This is what the Inquisitors get for free. This is pretty awesome. Can only be used in the Inquisitor wearing light, medium armor, or no armor. And she's wearing no armor, so she's solid for this. That's an impressive ability. Now think about what that really means. There's as long as her fortitude and her will saves are high, which is the highest twos that she has, she's just crushing those saves and will take even less damage then as a result of that shit. And we got a new upgraded pets. So we got Soul Eater if you're evil, Axiomite if you're not, I believe. It's a shame because I like the Soul Eaters, but whatever. So that was pretty cool. Yep. Okay. So, I wanted to talk to the Sweet Teeth real quick before I forgot. What we got? Sweet Teeth. You guys home? Hello? Nope. Still ain't got nothing for him. That sucks. I feel like I've messed something up. I'm gonna talk to Reg and Octavia real quick before I forget again too. Just because we had an interesting thing here. These are just do you regret letting Janusz escape? No, well, maybe just a bit, but of course it's bad that he's free and able to keep hurting people. But to sacrifice people dying in front of you just to save the people Janusz might hurt in the future, that would be insane. And getting revenge just for the sake of revenge, no, not at that price. Thank you for supporting me when I needed it. I was one small step away from leaving them behind to chase Janusz. There's nothing to thank me for. You were the one who made the right call. Oh no, you have no idea how much I was seething on the inside. Reg wanted me to chase after him and I almost did. We'll talk later. Alright, let's talk to Reg. I want to make sure he's cool with this. Do you think we did the right thing by letting Janusz escape? Sure, it's a shame. I've dreamed of smashing him across the wall and he'd slip right out of my hands, but you and Octavia were right. Leaving those losers to burn, only an animal could do that. Maybe some of those we save will get to Janusz's throat. A boy can dream. If you need the person conscience ever again, you know where to find me. Haha, truth be told, it's easier living without it. But when it comes to really important decisions, I realize I'd be better off listening to you two. So long. Right, good. And again, I wanted to show you something. He used to be chaotic evil. He is now chaotic neutral. He's finally starting to realize that he can be a better person, which I think is a cool thing that they've added to the game, that your characters, your assistants, and your friends can change alignment as well as they progress, which is pretty badass. We want to go inside here. Get inside. Now, since we've beat the curse, and we're waiting for them to say, hey, you beat the curse, which we already know. And we have people here that are trying to, advisors that are trying to finish their quests. So, we should probably see if we can fast forward a day or two, or maybe even jump a 14-dayer. Because again, the curse 3 is done. There's nothing left to do. We've checked our journal. Nothing can be done as far as simple stuff here. We're waiting to find out where the hell the unicorn thing is. This is finished. We're just waiting for a report. Everything else is basically upgrades to capital. Nothing for the sweet teeth we've checked. And again, we have no information on the stolen lands or the lost brother. So at this point, the only thing that makes sense to me is either skip days to kind of springboard this next chapter, next curse / chapter, or, you know, again, just to complete some of the shit that they have here, obviously. We're definitely into the next month, so curse-wise, remember, he's busy. 22 days, but he'll be done on the 29th of this month. No new regions. I'd love to do this, but again, he's busy. Training. High Priest. I can do this one. And I'm cool with this. Because she'll be done on the 27th. So we have her again this month to do something if we need it. Thank God everything's always due on the 1st of the month. So again, we're fine for this. I will purchase some BP though. Because I don't like being that low, as you know. Okay. We're low on money, man. Start me a project, kiddo. And then again, that's good because that will up Jod's skills. So Jod is sitting at a +9 right now. This will push him into like +10, maybe +11 territory. And again, that's something that I was missing out on the last time I was doing this, which is causing my kingdom to fail. Because he can't be upgraded any other realistic way. Everyone else that is a teammate, you just give them better gear to make them smarter and more charismatic or more stronger, you know, whatever it is that their stat is. For instance, hers is charisma. His is strength. And again, he's uber strong right now thanks to his dragon disciple dip. She's reasonably charismatic, and I make sure to give her gear, so that's why her charisma and her other bonuses are giving her a solid +11. Notice her leader bonus is +5, and her stat rank is +6. So the 5 is coming from her charisma. So again, she's doing well. Question is then do we rank someone up? Christian, no. Storyteller, maybe. Reg is busy. Keston, maybe. She's busy. I would love to do his. He's busy. He's busy. She's busy. Tristan, no. Okay, so the choices would be the curator, culture, from 1 to 2. And the other choice would be stability, Keston, 1 to 2. Again, either give us a bonus to our BP in a week, just one, but still moving us in the right direction. Remember, that's our goal. We always want to be up and up and up and up. So, and again, every upgrade gives him a bonus to his +10. Every upgrade for him gives him a bonus to his +10. So we got plenty of reasons to want these things. So I say, let's do it. Let's scum save it. Hard save first. And then a quick save after that. And let's do a rank up. So who do we want? We want more culture, or we want to be tougher dudes? Stability is always important. Maybe that's why, well, maybe that is why my stable is kind of stable and not serene. His stability rank's not high enough. Let's do this. Let's do Keston's. Ancient Curse Part 4 started. Ancient Curse Part 3 is officially done, which is awesome. Success. Success for Devastating Rage. The Regent's Scouts continue to track the slavers. Yep, 3 is done. Community +4, loyalty -1, but that's fine. Those guys are cruising right along. Still not the end of the month, so we still have time for stuff. As you can see, we got a warden wants to talk to us. Extortionist Reg is busy, but remember he'll be done on the 30th, so we can still put him on stuff. Visitor in the castle. Reg is busy. And problem message from Jamandi Eldori. The leader of the Sword Lords asked for help. But Wait in the castle. Alright, sounds like we need to go to the throne room. So first, since everything passed that we wanted to pass, save that shit. Close this down, go to the throne room, see what they have to say for themselves. So what do we got? All kinds of quests, I'm sure. Castle, Your Grace, we have urgent news from Jamandi Eldori. The Sword Lord is asking for aid with an unusual problem. Here is her letter. Please read it when you have a moment. Letter from Jamandi Eldori. Dora, I have a problem and no one else to turn to but you. I need someone to travel to the town south of Restov, Varnhold. Here we go. The town was founded by Maegor Varn, and you met him at the reception to celebrate your new title. Recently, I've stopped getting reports from him. I didn't pay much attention to it, but in the past week, not a single traveler, merchant, or messenger from Varnhold has showed up in Restov. No one knows what has happened to the town. If I were you, I would make sure I was ready for this journey. The plains of Dunsword are dangerous. Also, we have yet to find out what was it that cut off communication with Varnhold. An attack, arcane magic, or some epidemic or plague. I would have gladly investigated the matter, but the current state of affairs dictates I refrain from dealing with this personally. I am counting on you and your help. Head out for Dunsword and find out what or who stands behind the vanishing of Varnhold. Yes. Your friend and ally, Sir Leonard Jamandi Eldori. Pimp! Lady Eldori asks you head to Varnhold at once. It's a barony led by Maegor Varn, a brave soul who carved out the settlement from the wilderness. Until recently, he eagerly and frequently relayed to the Sword Lords his many successes, but then the letter suddenly ceased. As you may expect, this is a matter of some concern. Jamandi Eldori expects your help with this matter, for she knows of your good relations with Maegor. She asks you to go to Varnhold and find out why they have fallen silent. What we know about Varnhold, this barony is much like your own. It was also established by a mercenary, Maegor Varn. He got his title at the same event you did. Maegor Varn is third or fourth son in the family, so he couldn't claim his father's inheritance. Looks like he hoped to establish a settlement of his own and gain wealth and prosperity that way. Man, that worked for it. That's cool. What do you think has happened to Varnhold? A riot, a rebellion? But if that were the case, there would be refugees. Whatever happened there, it must have been sudden indeed. Perhaps a bandit attack, barbarians, a plague, whatever it was. No one outside Varnhold seems to know what happened. I don't think that's it. Varnhold isn't far off. We should find out what happened before the same fate befalls us too. Again, there's a chaotic alignment specific point here that we can't do because I'm not chaotic. It's time to gather a party and head to Varnhold, Your Grace. Yep. We got other people to talk to, though, first. Keston is as black as thunder. Your Grace, there's a disaster in Gnarl Marches. Suddenly, a group of fairies came out of the forest to the edge of the swamps. They're a vicious tribe, fitting their reputation perfectly. Till recently, they merely toyed with the locals, pounded on their roofs at night, threw their boots up in the trees, but now they've started spoiling the cattle and trying to lure the people into the woods. We need to put an end to this, Your Grace. We shouldn't just go attack the fairies, of course. They haven't done anything yet. That would warrant such a response, but increasing the guard would help. Fairies don't attack for no reason. We've invaded their lands, helped the locals put up their roots, and take them to another area. Better stability, less loyal, less community. I don't know, I like that one. Set up additional guard posts and keep the locals away from conflicts with the fairies, which does -2 to our military, +2 to stability. Oof. Well, he wants to do this one. I'm going to go with Keston on this one. Military plus stability. Or minus military +2 stability. Certainly, Your Grace. Support the Warden's endeavors. Okay. And people telling us that we kick ass. Yep. Hooray, we did it. Another attack has been repelled and the barony is stronger than ever. Your grateful subjects even brought you a gift to honor this outstanding success. Money, which is always appreciated. Unfortunately, now is not no time to rest. While everyone was preparing for the last attack, I was looking for a way to overcome the curse. I read some ancient books, talked to the locals, and then I had a word with our storyteller, and we decided that, well, he'll tell it better. Storyteller clears the sword. I am a keeper of stories, Your Grace, and I have amassed a respectable collection over my long life. There are, of course, stories of curses among them, ancient and dark, having taken thousands of lives, destroyed kingdoms, and brought down... Well, our curse isn't exactly a real curse. We think there is something specific behind these attacks. Oh, I'm sorry, I realized she interrupted the storyteller. Lindsay turns bright red. Tristan turns pale. It's not a curse? Then what is it? If this isn't a curse, then what could it be? We don't know yet, but that part doesn't matter. Lindsay waves her hand carelessly. What's important is that we're finally making some real progress. I would imagine that the person behind these attacks is someone harboring great evil against you and your barony. We know who she is. I would not be surprised if it's the same adversary who was behind the balloon. Yep, evil bitch. I agree. After the last attack, I got the feeling that the owlbears and manticores came here as revenge for what we did to the ever-blooming flower. That's if we did this in the right order, by the way. We killed the ever-blooming flower, and then we could have came back to our base and defended it. But we didn't do that. We actually went to our base, defended it, then went back to kill the ever-blooming flower. But, semantics. I'm more interested in defeating it than understanding it. There you go. Whoever or whatever caused these attacks, I am sure they will continue. We must be ready to repel the next one. That's exactly what we shall do. Sooner or later, the villain will show himself. Once he slips up, we can finally punish him for all the trouble he's caused. Lindsay frowns belligerently. Tristan chuckles faintly. I didn't expect such vitriol from you, Lindsay. In any case, I would advise hearing this villain out before punishing him. We still have no idea why this unknown enemy is targeting us in particular. I'm sure we'll know our foe's face soon enough. We've repelled his attacks 3 times now. He must be reaching the limits of his patience. He won't get away with this forever. Good work, team. Stop saying he, though it's a she. And she's evil. Evil, I say. Alright. Dragon. Bringing me a bashing shield. Thank you for the gift. You just leave him to whatever he wants to bring us. And the brass, it is. Extinguisher, ooh, that sounds cool. Specific requests. That was a 2-handed axe. Ooh, hey, let's make some armor for me. Good warrior always has good armor, otherwise he doesn't live long. I'll get right to work. Sounds good to me. Thanks, buddy.
This time, the disaster didn't hit us, but our neighbors. Varnhold, a small town east of our barony, had been deserted in an instant.
Notice the birds. This is going to play an important part in this next part, guys. First off, congratulations. Good job, team. Second, let's see what we acquired. Who's the oldest? So we picked up the crate axe called Extinguisher. 1d12 plus 2 axe. It is a plus 6 weapon against will-o-wisps. It's pretty cool. Not that we're fighting a lot of will-o-wisps these days, but that's cool. And it still don't beat out her badass Vanquisher plus 5, dealing an extra 10 damage per hit. And it has a nice crit range on it too. And by the way, just to point out one last thing, notice the critical range on this is 19 to 20. Does not say it's keen. That means that if she had the improved critical feat, she could turn that into an 17, 18, 19, 20, increasing the chances of her critting. That's a solid upgrade. But we'll sell that, and that's worth $3,000. That's cool. A bashing shield. What's this? +1 shield. Basically, it's used if you want to have that feat for attacking. What you call it? With your offhand, you can have a sword and board in this game. Swing with your one-handed weapon and then bash with your shield if you have the right feat. So you basically get it's a 2-weapon fighting type situation. It's interesting. Not that I particularly care, but it's what it is. I see we have a kick-ass ring. Let's give it to her. The reason I'm not caring about my character so much on this one is because A, she's weaker than me, and B, the Inquisitor is always in the front with me, and she's always casting Shield of Faith on me. So this ring is actually more for backup than anything else in case she forgets. So she doesn't really need it. Sorry, we just swapped out another ring, and I want to see if someone else needs that +2 ring. Who we usually take with us that needs rings? Lindsay's rocking a +2 already. Tristan. Hey, Tristan can use it. Oh, he's got Shield of Faith himself, so he don't really need it. He's keeping those acerbic rings because it does extra damage for him. Well, he can do Shield of Faith too. He always forgets to. So I'd rather have it on him. And he's always in the front anyway, unlike Tristan. So rather have him have a better armor when he's flat-footed than not. And then other than that, we're selling stuff off. Is there anything that got dropped off in our kitty while we were away? Doesn't appear to be. Okay. And did anyone level up from that fiasco? Again, doesn't appear so. Okay. So, quick save this. Check our journal. Varnhold vanishing. Reach Varnhold. Now we finally have the quest to get the hell over there. Ancient Curse 3 is done. 231 days for the next one, so we got plenty of time. Still looking for Chemo to tell us about his date. Still need to find our unicorn horn. Still upgrading our kingdom stuff. And still waiting to hear back about the Stolen Lands. So really it's all about going to Varnhold at this point. But, I know you guys are going to hate me for this. It's been over 3 hours total for me recording today, and I think we're actually at our next stopping point. So I'm going to save after we get to the main road. Let's leave. I think we have the ability to teleport now over to Lake Silverstep. Prove that to myself. But this is where we'll probably start. What the hell just happened here? Alright, never mind. We'll do this tomorrow. With that, though, my name is Brother Mead. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.